I'm Zoe from Droppy, and today we are joined by Jone from Extra Naturals and Jen Bahad. Hi, Jone. Thank you very much for joining us as part of our interview for Spotlight on Supplier series. So, Jone, could you please just introduce yourself and Extra Natural, please?
Okay, thanks Zoe for inviting. Yeah, my name is Jone from this Extra Natural. Basically, we are an importer and a distributor for these frozen fruits, vegetable, and snack food. We actually started off 2007. We actually begin with only a few products. Later on, over the years, we actually added more and more things. Actually, we started off with this sweet potato fries. So over the years, due to customer demand, there's a gradual request from our customer that they want, fruits and they want vegetables. So up until today, we actually has over 80 to 100 SKUs.
Yeah, you guys have grown quite a bit. It's been a long time, actually. More than 10 years. Wait, yeah, more than 10 years.
More than 10 years actually, but started off as a 3-man team, I think. Taken up to today, we have about 10 plus people in the company.
Yeah.
But it's still not a big company lah, but we are still growing.
Yeah.
Just that some things we are still not so familiar, so we take our time lah.
Yeah, we're always learning and growing. Well, okay, so since you've been operating for 10 years, what do you say have changed from when you guys were operating back then and as compared to now?
Actually, I joined the company 2012.
Okay.
Not 2007. Actually, I joined in the middle lah.
Yeah.
So from there, I actually did. It's not really growing, like after I graduate, it's like I joined the company and then I learned along the way. It's not like I have any experience, when I just graduated. So I learned along the way. Then right now, after meeting so many people, have grown up lah.
Yeah, I'm sure you've learned a lot. 9 years now in Extra Natural. It's a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time. There are many things we have to learn along the way. There's a trade in the industry, so we have to learn how to bend along the ways, I would say. Learn along the ways.
Yeah, that's true. Have to learn.
Not easy. No, not easy, and especially during MCO, right? Well, there's quite a big blown off to us lah, because we are very focused in business to business that point of time. I mean, before pandemic. So when pandemic strike, all the F&B are forced to close down. So our situation is all the customers stop ordering, and then even if they order also, they order bit by bit. It really affect our sales lah. So luckily we did actually have a sales channel to retail a bit lah, not just a small portion of our business lah. So from there, we saw that portion of business actually grew because people couldn't came out to dine in, and
yeah, exactly.
And when MCO strike, people just want to cook at home lah. And that time people actually hot breads, and things like that lah. All the instant noodle, they are all sold out totally on supermarket shelf. So that time we see our retail segment actually grew, I think 300-400%.
Yeah.
So grew a lot over that segment. So we were thinking, everybody is buying. It's not like people has been stopped eating. So just that people's money actually shift towards a retail side. So from there you actually different channel. So we actually think, since retail is so good, so we also shift our focus more on the retail side, like e-commerce, Shopee and Lazada lah. Basically, it take us, I think, 1 to 2 months to set up the whole thing, and then
nice
to make sure that we have to pivot fast lah.
Yeah.
If we realize that if we don't pivot, things will go very bad lah. I believe many businesses are facing that problem also, especially those are very very reliant on this retail segment. I mean, business segment. But thankfully we did lah. We did shift to online, but even before the pandemic, I believe that online is actually the future of people. I mean, where people will just buy online, sit on their couch to buy their groceries, to buy their necessity and etc. But pandemic actually speed up the whole thing, basically.
Yep.
Speed up the whole
Yeah,
thing
it's
and
true.
force people to shift towards online platform. So probably this will be a norm, in
Yeah,
short,
definitely.
Mm.
Things will not go back to how it's been before, at least like for a while. But wow, okay, it's great to hear about how you guys at Extra Natural overcame and found a solution that fits you and adapted so quickly when times are tough and just weird and constantly changing. So that's really great.
Mhm.
So may I ask, how did you then find out about Droppy? Like, how did Droppy fit into your journey of adapting to the new norm of digitalization?
Droppy is actually a platform where businesses can actually just go to their site and then they can just search on whatever things that they want. Like, instead of engaging a distributor or maybe a salesperson to buy your daily supplies. So for Droppy, you can go over to their site and then you can compare between suppliers to suppliers whether which prices actually fit your budget well. When it comes to fruits, commodities, prices tend to change very drastically lah. Even every day the price can be different, could be different. For us to, like, for example, and I'm a cafe or restaurant. For us to actually look for supply, it actually depends on both of mouth. So we actually have to go and source every individual suppliers ourselves. If let's say my network is actually very limited to a certain circle, it's very difficult for me to get more choice for me to compare. So for Dropbee, you can actually, when you search on the product that you want, a list of supplier actually comes out. I would say it makes things a lot easier nowadays. And the suppliers on Dropbee are actually all certified. They are all verified, so don't have to worry that the suppliers are not genuine lah.
That's great, yeah, like more trustworthy.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so would you say that like your favorite part of Droppy is the feature of being able to compare different suppliers?
That's part of it, and you are able to see what they do. Some suppliers, they tend to overpromise things, and to make sure to tell you that, oh, this one actually has stock, but in fact there's no stock, there's no physical stock. So one thing to a supplier that is trustworthy is they say what they preach lah. They say they have, but actually they have lah. Rather than when they say they have, but actually in fact they don't have. Things like that is very important, especially for people who operate cafe and restaurant. It's
that's
very
true.
important lah. And also stock availability is one thing lah. Whether they have stock or not, that's also important. Especially retail business, cafe business, they need to have consistent supply.
Yeah.
Suddenly sales spike, and out of the blue, I want to top up my supplies. No stock. Headache lah, like that.
Yeah, exactly. There'll be an obstacle for your business to keep your cafe going.
Yeah, I mean, for cafe to have a boost of business is actually a bonus lah. Business owner, they want to capitalize on this moment lah, especially during weekends or public holidays. So usually, what we all as supplier do is we make sure that we have enough stock lah. We keep more stock than usual to make sure that customer has enough stock, especially for our regular customers. So that's important lah, to make sure the whole supply chain is running well lah. And one more thing is the delivery part. Quick, fast delivery is one of the key also lah for our customers, like cafe, restaurant, to make sure that they come back to us lah. If let's say your delivery take 5 days, 6 days, it doesn't work lah. They might as well go to the retail shop and then to get to supermarket to get a few bags.
Exactly. They just buy themselves.
Yeah, they buy themselves. So we are able to actually publish our strong points on the platform itself, so that the customer actually know, they will come to us lah, I would say. Because since all these are cafes, these are cafe restaurant owners pinpoint. So when we are able to solve their problems, they will come back to you. But provided
Yeah.
quality and the price is the quality is good and the price is of course affordable lah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
and plus, Droppy, I believe, they are actually people who really do business. So what you're getting is you'll be getting at a wholesale price. Yeah.
Yep, correct.
It's a wholesale B2B, by the way. So it fits, it should fit cafe restaurant owners budget lah.
Yeah. Well, nice to hear about your experience. And so actually, like, how did you find out about Droppy to begin with? And
How do I-
what about Droppy captured your interest?
Actually, I have a friend actually work in Droppy.
Oh, okay.
So I so happen, when she actually come to me that, I actually have this platform where business to B2B, it's a B2B platform where I can actually publish our products there, and I see, it's a pretty good platform lah. So then one day we actually came out to chat, and she actually explained to me in more details that actually caught my interest lah.
Yeah.
Online is the future. So whether a business, they still want to go for offline purchasing or maybe online purchase. So the future will be online. Our younger generation will tend to adopt technology in their life rather
Yeah,
than
definitely. It's a big part of our lives now.
it's yeah. Even right now without smartphone, you cannot live your life.
Yeah, that's true. Your
So
work is online.
online, everything will be online. Even online purchase, online. Even you sell things online. Anything that you can think of lah. Everything is going to online already. So
Yeah.
I'll suggest more business owner to actually adopt online lah, rather than just purchase like a usual. Usually distributors, they actually send salesmen to service every customers.
Oh,
That,
yeah.
that is how it works lah. Like, I mean, that's the norm before the pandemic.
Yeah, but it can be
So
very time consuming.
there are pros and cons, I would say. As for now lah, you get cafe owners, they do get personalized service lah, especially when the salesperson actually attend to them. But when one person actually have to service 50 to 100 customers, I don't think
Yep.
they can be that personalized as well lah.
That's
So
true as well. Yeah.
yeah, so and sometimes when they place order with the salesman, sometimes it will delay. There will be a delay also, especially when the salesman is busy, or maybe he or she has family issue, or maybe got emergency, so their ordering will be delayed. And worse still, some salesperson, they don't pick up your phone, they don't pick up your call.
Yeah, because it
Yeah,
all
so-
depends on that salesperson, and
Yes.
the
So
one obstacle.
some people thought, I can get personalized service. Why want to go online? I would say there are more pros than cons going online lah. You can get things done more efficiently, and to pass the message is much faster
Yeah.
compared to to offline channels lah.
Yeah.
And things
Yeah,
should be more efficient. And then for businesses, for suppliers themselves, they don't have to worry that the money will get flown out from the company, right? I mean, you see some businesses, they actually pay cash to the driver. Like let's say they buy a basket of groceries like vegetables, fruits. When the goods arrive, okay, everything checked, all good, and the cafe owners will pay cash to the driver. So the problem with cash is human are emotional. We are emotional. Don't say driver lah. Every one of us, we are emotional. So whenever driver at the end of the month, they overspend a little bit. When they see the money, they'll get tempted to probably use first advance.
Yeah.
This is such problem. I mean, even though we all as distribution business sounds very simple, but there are a lot of details that
Yeah.
that can potentially go wrong. So what is good about online is everything is being done online. So the money trail is actually, you don't have to go through so many parties. So
Yeah, it's just automated.
all the money is actually will automatically bank into your account
Yeah, exactly.
for supplier case. And for customer case, they don't have to pass their cash to their staff in order for their staff to pass it to the driver, for example. So sometimes things will go wrong. Things will definitely go wrong. Thus online, I would say online would be the more cost effective way of running a business in the long term.
Yeah, definitely. And very efficient as well.
Yep.
Yeah, just definitely have to adapt with the new times because the situation will not go back to how it's been before for a while. So just need to adapt with the new digitalization era. And so, may I know, like, how often you usually use Droppy? Like, on what occasions you use Droppy?
On what occasion?
Yeah, like, yeah, like how often do you need to use Droppy?
You mean for business or what?
Yeah, for business, for extra natural.
Whenever we need to update, yes, and then whenever we need to add more products, and then to do a bit of update, what we can do, and of course to engage with customers. Yeah,
So all your products are listed on Droppy?
there will be a new list coming up, but actually previously we didn't update as fast because we are quite short-handed. So we'll be working on it lah. We'll be working on it to speed up the posting, make sure that more products will be updated in the shortest period possible lah, shortest time possible lah.
Okay, I see. Nice. Okay. Thank you very much for sharing so much. That was a very insightful talk from you, actually. Really appreciate it.
Did
So,
I answer your question?
no, you did. You did. Yeah, thank you.
No worries.
Yeah, so we just want to wrap up with some final words. What do you think is the most valuable lesson that like extra natural has taught you so far from your journey at extra natural? Like any advice that you want to share to small local businesses that are trying to navigate the landscape?
I would say have to be adaptive lah. That's one thing lah. In business, things
I
are
agree.
changing. Yeah, so you have to adapt to it. If you don't adapt, you'll get smoked away lah. I would say in a way lah. So better keep up. It's like a race lah. It's like a marathon.
Yep.
If you stop there, and you are not able to catch up later. So I would say be aware of your surrounding and then adapt when it's necessary lah.
Yeah, you're gonna change with the times, or you'll be left behind.
Yeah, and one more thing I would say when it comes to people, whether it's business owner or whether it's employee, I would say keep learning lah, because things are changing very fast. So keep learning is the key, and also I would say most importantly stay humble lah.
Yeah.
Some people actually they when they see a bit of result, they will be very boastful in a way, and then that's when they start to drop lah. I would say be humble and keep learning lah. That's the way moving forward if you want to keep growing your business or as an employee. To learn more, for people to teach you more, you have to be humble, especially when you want bosses to teach you more stuff, more valuable stuff. Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah, that's true. You want to grow yourself so that your business can grow as well.
Right. Especially this point of time lah.
Yeah exactly.
And I would say this point of time is actually a test whether you can adapt to the situation or not. There are some people who couldn't adapt. They will either they go bust or they will give up. So it's a test, I would say. It's like an exam, whether you pass or fail, depending whether you can adapt or not lah.
Yep. Yeah, you're correct. Like the times now are really challenging our mental fortitude.
Yeah.
And so, moving on, what is the one quote that you live by? Like, do you have like a one mantra that you always turn to in tough times?
I would say during tough time, you have to be even more hardworking. If let's say, especially during this time, you have to spend more, learn more, and to work more. Some probably don't believe in working extra hard, but I believe you need to work extra lah. I mean, especially during this time, and most importantly, work smart lah. You need to
Yeah.
work hard. You need to work smart.
Mm-hmm.
And final one, like I said previously, humble lah. Stay humble lah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good advice. Really. Thank you very much. That's all that we have for today. Really appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Thanks for inviting.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate. Yeah. And
I hope I answered
you shared a lot as well. You did. You shared a lot. So really appreciate that.